Hey guys, and welcome to another video. Sorry about this hair, I'm just literally rocking it wet, so that's gonna have to do. But anyway, welcome to a very special and cool video. I am doing a DIY collaboration with my friend Harriet from Hello Harriet. If you guys haven't checked out her channel, definitely go check it out down below, or somewhere with the power of editing I will somehow have her face there. Anyway, I came across Harriet not so long ago actually, and I loved her channel. I love how she's from New Zealand as well. Of course, I love following New Zealand YouTubers. I also love how she vlogs as well. She does little weekly vlogs and they're just so cool. And I also love, of course, that she is one of my Polynesian sisters. Yes, that's right. Yes. But anyway, in saying that, we have done a DIY collaboration. Now, so with my DIY, I've kind of got a theme going and it's all around nuts. So I've tried to keep the recipes pretty simple, but also really delicious and quick and easy and quite kind of affordable as well, because let's face it, sometimes DIYs can get out of hand and you know, you could be buying all sorts. So the aim for my DIY was that it would be an easy gift to make ahead of time, and it's also one of those gifts that you can give to anyone, so it's not gender specific. I quite often do a lot of DIY gifts. I just find it saves me a lot of money, and people seem to be really thankful and more grateful for the gift because they know that you have personally made it themselves. So I am showing you two gifts that you can use, things around the house, and it's totally up to you if you don't want to use certain stuff. Like there is a recipe that requires chocolate, dark chocolate specifically. If you want to use milk chocolate, that's totally fine. You can do whatever you want. But if you want to see the recipes that I use, I'm going to put them down below for you guys so that you can get the measurements and blah. Harriet has made a really awesome DIY as well, so don't forget to go check out her channel to see her DIY hoop earrings. They look so cool! Man, I don't even think of something like that, man. I feel like mine is too original. But anyway, in saying that, I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I'll see you guys in my next one. See you guys later. Bye! So today we're going to be making candied nuts and chocolate bark. These are simple and easy recipes, which I haven't added any sugar or anything like that, so they're not too bad for you either. So the first one we're going to start off with is, of course, the candied nut recipe. I'm just using macadamias and walnuts. You can use whatever nuts you like. You'll also need about a half a cup of sugar to a quarter cup of sugar. You'll need about a teaspoon of vanilla extract or essence, also some cinnamon, about 2 tablespoons, or totally up to you how much you want to use, and then of course about 2 tablespoons of butter. Yes, these are very generous tablespoons of butter. So to a pot, this is all done in a pot. All you want to do is add in your ingredients. So first, starting off with your butter, make sure that melts down, and then you want to add in your vanilla essence and of course your cinnamon. You then want to mix this quite vigorously and then of course adding your brown or your coconut sugar. Naturally, coconut sugar is quite dark, so you want to make sure that melts down though. Adding your nuts of choice and then mixing that through. You may feel like it's not adhering to the nuts, but just keep mixing it through and it will mix through. And then just leaving it to set. We're actually going to move on next to what I'm going to put it in as the gift. So I found a old jam jar, yes, whatever you got lying around at home, any kind of jar. And then I just had some little twine and a little label that I had from Christmas time. So I'm just writing on that, you know, to blah blah blah. Like I said, this is not gender specific. You could give this to a guy or a girl. So all I'm doing, adding the mixture, tying up the little card that I've got with it. That's literally it. I think nice and simple is great when it comes to homemade gifts. If you want, you could decorate it up, but I've just left it quite simple and minimalistic so that I can do this in, you know, 10 minutes. Next up is our chocolate bark recipe. So for this DIY, you'll need 85% dark chocolate. You'll also need some nuts, of course. I've used pecans and walnuts, some cranberries or dried cherries, and some salt. The salt and sweet is so good together, guys. So first of all, I'm just chopping up my nuts, and then I'm gonna put them into the oven to roast for a little while. Make sure you watch these because these suckers burn really fast. To my bowl, I'm just gonna be melting my chocolate. I like to melt the chocolate over a pot of water. I find that the chocolate melts down really nicely, and it's so much easier to work with as well. So yeah, I'm just melting that down, and then to my prepared tray, I'm just going to pour the contents onto the tray and evenly try and spread out. You can get lots of bark out of this, guys, so seriously spread it all out because you want to kind of get your money's worth, especially if you're buying chocolate. So like I said, there's still heaps of bark left that I have from this DIY that I could give to somebody. It's so good. And of course you got to lick the spoon as well. Don't forget to do that. Yeah. And then I'm just adding on my nuts of choice and just sprinkle them all over the chocolate. This dish is really rustic, so the more rustic you do, the better it's going to look. I just added in the cranberries. I love how the cranberries give that sweet taste because dark chocolate can be quite bitter. Gotta get that gram, yes. And then of course I'm gonna show you how to make a little bag that you can pop the bark in. So what you will want, and you can use any kind of card or you can use newspaper even, is you want to kind of halve it and then halve it again. So halve in the middle, and then what you want to do with the two kind of sides is you want one to overlap the other because we're going to glue it onto the other side of the paper. So this is probably one thing that you want to do before you start so the glue can kind of set in. You could use sellotape, but I do find that glue kind of hides the creases as well, whereas sellotape you're going to see on the outside. So I'm just overlapping one part of the card onto the other. Like I said, you can use any paper or newspaper even. I think newspaper would look so cool. So yeah, I'm just folding that down and letting that dry. Spacing my fingers apart like that, I'm just going to fold where the crease is and then fold it again to kind of create like a little baggie. And then I'm just stapling it because, well, you could glue it, but ain't nobody got time for that. So I'm going to just staple the creases together, or the folds together, and yeah, there you go, a little baggie. I'm actually going to also create two little holes in the end with a paper hole puncher. You could use a knife or whatever you've got lying around, and then I'm just going to add my shards of chocolate bark. Now, like I said, the more rustic you break it, the better it's going to look. Oh, it's so good, guys. And then I'm going to use my little label and my string thread to thread the little card through and kind of seal the bag as well. So it's not going to be one of those ones that you kind of have a little handle to. It's more so just to thread it through and make it look kind of a little bit prettier. So yeah, I just thread the little thread through. If you've got any string at home, or even wool will probably work, that would look really cute. Or if you are a bit of a cook and you've got string for your roast, use that string as well. So yeah, this is what it looks like at the end of that creation. I'm just adding a little bit more thread just to decorate it up. You can decorate it however you want. It's totally up to you. But these gifts are so great. It could be for a housewarming, could be for a new baby in the family, it could be for a wedding gift. It's totally up to you how you want to give it birthday gifts. Here's our candied walnuts or candied nuts, and then of course our chocolate bark. So delicious, so simple and so easy with the two little bags that I made. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and don't forget to check out Harriet's video as well. So when I was in high school, me and my brothers, we used to like hardcore play this one game for like the whole day. We even had like hours. So